Welcome to the campus of Thomas Nelson Community College in Hampton, Virginia. I'm Bill Day, your host for TNCC's Explore the Possibilities. In the next 30 minutes, we'll be talking with current and former students about their experiences at Thomas Nelson, helping them explore their opportunities, excel in the fields they choose, and succeed in their goals. So stay with us to learn more about the opportunities at Thomas Nelson Community College. Sure, going to college is tough, but here's one young man's story about how, with the help of the faculty and staff at Thomas Nelson, he overcame a tremendous challenge.
Well, I decided to go to Thomas Nelson Community College because that's where I felt that I would thrive the most. I was deciding between a four-year institution or a small community college, and at a four-year institution I felt that I would have been lost in the crowd, that I wouldn't have received the instruction and the attention, that one-on-one attention from other professors and instructors that I needed in order to learn and to get a degree. So coming to Thomas Nelson Community College, I was able to build those relationships with the professors, and I was able to build the friendships with my peers, and as a result I believe that, well, it's the best choice I could have made. Thomas Nelson has changed my life drastically, I believe. Back in 1997, I was in a tragic car accident which left me in a coma for 6 weeks. And as a result, I have a traumatic brain injury, which makes it very difficult to learn and to comprehend what you read, just other neurological disorders. And coming to Thomas Nelson, I was able to receive that one-on-one attention from the instructors. I let them know about the memory loss and the nervousness, anxiety issues, and so they were well informed when I started each semester, and so knowing that, they were able to provide that one-on-one attention. Sometimes if I needed more instruction, more clarification, they were able to kind of sit down with me after class sometimes and just say, hey, this is what we're doing, Since I just graduated in 2006, last May, with a degree in computer drafting and design, that has opened the door for me to obtain a job at Northrop Grumman as an associate designer, working on the newest class of aircraft carrier, CVN-21. And I was fortunate enough to be a part of a design co-op program between Northrop Grumman and Thomas Nelson Community College, where I was able to successfully complete the program. I believe that going to Thomas Nelson is a great decision for anybody who is longing to get a higher education, which may seem to be impossible for some people. In myself, I know that finances was an issue, as well as the attention from the one-on-one instruction from the professors and instructors. And I just feel that if you want to get a higher education and thrive at it and achieve it, then Thomas Nelson is a great decision to make. Well, I enjoyed every minute that I spent here at Thomas Nelson Community College. I was fortunate enough, like I said, to take the opportunity to further my education and to develop those valuable job skills that everyone needs in the workforce. And I'm very pleased with the education that I received here, and as I know everyone else will be if they come and obtain degrees here. Thomas Nelson allows the students to develop their vocational skills in order for them to become valuable in the workforce. And I believe that is the most important aspect of Thomas Nelson, where they provide to the community, giving the opportunity for students to become valuable members of that community.
Hugh Connery is just one example of the many successful and thriving students here at Thomas Nelson Community College. Hugh is what most people would call a traditional student. Following his is another success story featuring Celestine Johnson, a non-traditional student. Like any other community college, Thomas Nelson fully invests in catering to non-traditional students, and here's why.
When I was first employed many years ago, and I felt as an employee, I should be knowledgeable of what's going on the campus. Then that prompted me to take up, what would you really like to do in life? And that was to work with children. And I've always wanted to write books. And I said, well, what better way to learn how to write a book about children other than to work with them? So I began taking classes as I was an employee of the college. This led to certificates and diploma to become a teacher's assistant. However, when Mr. Bush said no child left behind, I was informed that I would no longer be able to be a teacher's assistant with my credentials I had acquired from Thomas Nelson. I needed several more classes to get the early childhood degree. And I decided this is what I will do. And then I left Thomas Nelson to continue on as a sub in the Hampton City Schools. After this, I graduated this year with my associate degree. My plans and future goals are to pursue my education with a higher degree in the early childhood development, elementary ed, or whatever it takes for me to reach the little children. That's my main objective and goal. And my main goal is to become an author. I would like to write children's books. And I owe it all to Thomas Nelson for this wonderful writing lab and reading lab that they have here on this campus. The faculty and staff have helped me to achieve my goals by always being there for me. Being an employee and not being able to take classes when I wanted to during working hours, they would always see that I got the information. They were always, the numbers were accessible to me at all times. They would make special arrangements to see me if they were other than their particular normal hours. The faculty helped greatly, and I needed this support. They will support anyone that wants to try to learn. I give it to Thomas Nelson. They bend over backwards. The faculty, I've been to other schools too. And Thomas Nelson, I think why it's community, because their feelings are with the student. They want them to succeed so that they can say, when we go to another college, my training started at Thomas Nelson Community College. Thomas Nelson Community College has enhanced my life, both in my community and with my family. My daughter, seeing how determined I was to complete my courses at Thomas Nelson, decided to go also. She enrolled in the Ford Asset Program. She graduated, the only girl in her class, and is a member of the Honor Society here at Thomas Nelson Community College. I feel that the people in our community should attend Thomas Nelson because it will enhance them to become more knowledgeable of what goes on in our community, such as we have one of our professors is on the city council board, I should say, Dr. Turner Spencer. It helps you to learn more about voting in our city and then our state and our nation. These things, if you attend Thomas Nelson, are brought out to you when you begin to take classes, be it 1, 2, or the entire curriculum. The community, my community I'm speaking of, has many children, and if they see the adults taking up and learning and wanting to know more, they will assume this responsibility as they grow to become in the community good citizens.
Celestine's on her way to a teaching career, and we wish her the best of luck. Coming up after a short break, we'll see how students at Thomas Nelson Community College take advantage of the many educational opportunities available to them to succeed in their careers and educational pursuits. We'll be right back.
At Thomas Nelson Community College, you can explore, excel, and succeed.
They have totally advanced me from where I used to be to where I am now.
Explore your possibilities.
Manisa is a counselor in the Outreach and Recruitment Office. She assists students by guiding them to resources that will enhance their skills and allow them to explore what career opportunities are available, so students can match their skills with their professional interests.
The role of the career coach is to serve as a resource specialist. On a very individual level, I talk with students about their career interests, and we do assessments on their interests and their skills relating to careers. We also do one-on-one coaching and helping students determine their career choices. We also help students with their career development and helping them choose activities that will foster that development. Additionally, I work with students regarding their post-secondary plans, and often that includes college. The types of support that a career coach offers to high school students includes assessments. A lot of times students can't verbalize what they're good at or what they like, and so we'll do career and interest assessments. In addition to the one-on-one coaching, we support in that way. We also support by referring them to different resources available, for instance, at Thomas Nelson Community College, where they can get involved with dual enrollment and tech prep career pathways, and that allows them to get post-secondary education, a head start on their post-secondary education plans by getting involved with those types of programs. The most exciting part of my job at Thomas Nelson Community College is being a part of something that's innovative, that's cutting edge. Career coaching is not necessarily a new concept in that it has been used in the business industry for over a couple decades, but it is unique in that in working with high school students, that's very new, and even within the last year it has evolved. So it's a very exciting thing to be involved with something so cutting edge. What motivates me to come to work every day is working with a very student-focused environment. I'm motivated by the fact that I am able to empower students to reach and set goals that will help them in their personal and academic and professional life spheres. I understand that student success doesn't necessarily start or end with me, but I'd like to think that when I do my job right, that it will be a positive influence in a student's life. One example of a memorable experience with a student would include one of my students at one of the high schools I am involved in at Williamsburg. This student in particular, when I first met him, was wasn't very motivated, and I think it was because that he was very undecided about what he wanted to do after high school, and here he was a senior, and I had met him in December. And so after building some rapport with the student, I think he opened up a little bit more because we sort of developed a relationship, and we had gone through the CUDA career assessments, and he had taken those, and we analyzed his results, and based on his results was kind of a starting place because like I said, he was very undecided, and so from there we got involved in some different career exploration type activities, starting with as basic as going online and looking at some of the different types of occupations that are out there. And we also, what was exciting about him in particular that was memorable was that he evolved in the sense that it was not surface learning anymore. We had gone into, over his Christmas break and spring break, he had done things like he was interested in pursuing some things in the arts, and so he shadowed a glass blower, which is a very unique and specific area, but that was something that he was interested in, and so he needed to kind of see what a day in the life of a glass blower would be, and so he did that there in Williamsburg. He also was involved in looking at some forestry occupations, and so before we left for the end of the school year, we had gotten down some contact information so he could start making those connections this fall. And I'm excited to say he'll be coming here in the fall. And he is still in the exploration piece, but he knows the resources of where to go here, because, like I said, I'm not the starting place or the ending place in these students' these success stories. These are, a link in this chain, and so I feel comfortable that I can allow a student to kind of sort of pass them on. So here he is now coming to Thomas Nelson, and I feel confident that he'll get the information and the resources and the assistance he needs to determine what his career path is going to be.
Coming up is Dr. Crystal Taylor, the Director of Outreach and Recruitment Office. Her office works closely with school districts regarding dual enrollment. Dual enrollment's a great opportunity for high school students to enroll and earn college credits while in high school.
The goal of the Office of Outreach and Recruitment is to attract and educate potential students and the community about the viable opportunities at Thomas Nelson Community College. The Office of Outreach and Recruitment has several exciting programs going on this year. We have a program called Tech Prep, and that program is for high school students who are interested in careers in marketing, business, IT, engineering, computer arts, and we have also programs for early childhood. We also offer a program called Dual Enrollment. Dual Enrollment gives the high school student an opportunity to earn college credit while they are still in high school. And the last program that we have for high school students is a program called Career Coaching. Career Coach are located in the high schools, and they work with the high school students to develop career plans and also to establish, to identify what they want to be when they grow up. So they do several career assessment activities with them, as well as telling them about the Thomas Nelson options that are available here for them. And lastly, we have a program called Learning Coach. Learning Coach is for our post-secondary students here at Thomas Nelson that are majoring in the IT field. We have an exciting career coach program at the high schools, and so we have an exciting Learning Coach program here at Thomas Nelson for our IT students. We offer them workshops, and we also offer them information on industry certifications that they can obtain in the IT field. So our office is jumping every day. The benefits of a dual enrollment program and the options available for high school students through the dual enrollment program is fivefold. I think the main thing that I do want the community and parents and students to understand is that dual enrollment is a program that is specific to obtaining college credit while they are still in high school. So they can come here and take a college class, or they can take a college class in their high school, but it may not be the college class of their choice, but they still have that opportunity to take that college class while they're in high school. The benefit of it is that they can get a jump start on college education, but that it also gives them the opportunity to experience a college level course while they're still in high school. So I think that's probably the main exciting piece of dual enrollment, is that it allows them the opportunity to participate in a college level class and get the college credit and save their parents some money at the end of the day. The dual enrollment program, as I said, is on or off campus. On campus means that they can come here to Thomas Nelson and they can enroll in, say, an English course. And once they do that, they enroll and they sit in a class with the other students, whether it's your aunt or your uncle, but it is a traditional on-campus course here at Thomas Nelson. Or a student can participate in the dual enrollment program at the high school. And that program is specific to certain courses. So if a student wants to enroll in a course at the high school, they must contact their guidance counselor to find out what those courses are. And then they can enroll in those courses and follow the Thomas Nelson application process so that they can participate in the program. The most exciting part of my job is coming to work to see the different programs going on. And what that means is that I've been a high school teacher. So your day starts at 7 and it ends at 2. You don't take a break. So I'm used to that high energy. I'm used to working with students. I'm used to having programs that are out there, that are running, that are able to have students come through them and they benefit from the programs. For example, when I come to work every day, there is either a workshop going on, there is either a training session going on, but the most exciting part is that they're all to benefit the students. It's all there for the students. And I think that as a high school teacher and now working in post-secondary, I get to see the benefits flourish now in this institution. My most memorable experience at Thomas Nelson Community College has been when I have seen 5 to 10 of my former high school students here on campus. I have worked very hard with those students. I worked from their interviewing skills to their computer skills to just letting them know that they can be somebody at the end of their high school experience and to move on into a career that would afford them the opportunity to buy a car, because that's all they're interested in, and to buy a house. And so to see them on this campus really has shown me that I have made a difference in their life. I know it's not 100 students, but as long as I can touch one life, that is good enough for me. And so to see them here and to see them really engaged in their learning process and knowing that at the end of their experience here, they will have an opportunity to be as marketable as someone who has just gone to high school, it really makes me excited at the end of the day.
The mission of Thomas Nelson Community College is to provide quality education through its diverse academic and certificate programs in more than 40 fields of study. Peggy will share some of the variety of programs available to students.
Oh, I think Thomas Nelson is an asset to the community because we serve the community. We have a diversity of constituents and we serve all of those constituents. We have 100-degree programs and certificate programs. We meet a student where they are and take them to where they need to be. I think one of the important things is that our students come with a variety of backgrounds, and what we do is we look at each individual student and help them attain their individual goal. What we want to do is make sure that the student attains their goal, not our goal. And so we have counseling available, advising available, we have tutoring, we have math workshops, and all sorts of resource support for our students. We have over 100 degree programs and certificate programs. Those programs can lead you to a transfer degree to a four-year institution, or they can lead you to the world of work. We are extremely affordable. We're probably only about 1/3 the price of a four-year institution. We also have state-of-the-art equipment here, wonderful computer labs, but I think our best resource is the people. Thomas Nelson has a phenomenal staff and faculty. The faculty, many of whom have gone on for doctoral degrees, are renowned in their specific fields. Our staff is extremely professional and supports the instructional piece of Thomas Nelson. What motivates me to come to work every day at Thomas Nelson Community College is that I leave my family at home and I come to my Thomas Nelson family. And I absolutely love working here because everyone is so committed to make sure Thomas Nelson is an excellent institution and that we serve our students and that we serve our community in the most effective and efficient way possible. The most exciting part of my job really has to do with building relationships. I think it's really important to respect the values of everyone and to support the mission of Thomas Nelson and the vision of our administration and our local board. I think it's important to be able to support our students and to make sure that they get to be all they can be in their lifetime. Thomas Nelson grants two-year degrees, so we really grant the first 2 years of a four-year degree, which would be a bachelor's degree. And we have many articulation agreements with four-year colleges and universities throughout Virginia, and our credits also transfer outside of the state of Virginia to four-year schools. We have, in fact, two brand new programs. One program is with ODU, and another program is with William and Mary, where students can come here for 2 years and then transfer to those schools through an agreement. Probably the easiest way to apply to Thomas Nelson and be admitted is to go onto our website, which is www.tncc.edu, and actually fill out the application online. If for whatever reason you don't have computer access, we'd love to see you on this campus, and all you have to do is come to the Admissions and Welcome Center at Thomas Nelson in Hampton, or you can go to our other campus in Williamsburg, the historic Triangle campus.
As you can see, the staff works hard to make every student succeed. Coming up after a short break, we'll hear from some current and former students about their TNCC experience. Stay with us.
We have a firmly dedicated professional faculty, and our commitment and professionalism is recognized by our students.
Explore your possibilities.
Going around campus, we asked students to describe the Thomas Nelson experience. What does it offer and where can it lead? Here's what they had to say.
Thomas Nelson Community College is a great choice for everyone because it's very inexpensive compared to most universities and community college, and its location is perfect. It's right around the corner from Coliseum Central, and it's right off the highway, and it's just a better education all around.
The class sizes are great. I don't really like the big classes when it's 100. I think a smaller class is more in a comfortable and learning environment.
Thomas Nelson offers dedication, support, and guidance to their students. And with these three things combined, it gives you the support and the inner strength to move forward in your life and your personal and professional goals.
Thomas Nelson is a wonderful asset in the Hampton Roads community. It brings together diverse citizens who benefit not only from the curriculum at Thomas Nelson, but from the sharing of life experiences with one another.
Well, now that I've completed my degree at Thomas Nelson, I'm actually going to be coming back. I would like to work on a second associate's with business, as well as get my human resource certificate, and that will be finished in the spring.
The opportunities that I found at Thomas Nelson were this. First of all, before I started attending here, I had not received a job offer that was viable to help me sustain my family. But since graduation of May 17th, not only have I been hired at a job, but I am still receiving job offers today. And all of those job offers are very, very lucrative, and my family is extremely excited about everything.
Today on the show, you've heard from Hugh and Celestine, who've both shared their stories about how Thomas Nelson Community College played an essential role in their success. We've also seen how the supportive staff and faculty at Thomas Nelson provides a learning, student-centered environment to ensure that students explore the opportunities available to them and excel in whatever goals they may have. Here at Thomas Nelson Community College, you can explore, excel, and succeed. This is your host, Bill Day. Until the next, explore the possibilities.